Hello YouTube, it is I, Vincent, back again with another NAMM 2025 reaction video. Today, pulled up on the screen, I have the Ibanez 2025 lineup, and I'm gonna watch this Anderton's video, going through the lineup as well as walking through the Ibanez 2025 page, just to kind of show you guys what's up and give you my opinions on it, just kind of like I did with the ESP one. But the big difference between the ESP one and this one is that I like ESP. I don't like Ibanez. So let's see what we got here.
Corn fan, you've got one from Monkey and one from Head. Let's take them down, let's have a little look. Now, I've not seen
okay. I
a
see
low pro
starting
edge.
with the corn
It's obviously, it's obviously like a way of doing like a palm rested.
You know what, you
cool,
do
right?
that a lot when you use a 2-point trim. You put your hand on there and like instead of you.
I've never used one of these bridges before, but I know that Korn is a big fan of them, so I'm very, very intrigued to see how these actually feel. These are like a weird, I don't know if the actual name is, I believe it's the Ibanez U-bar, but it's basically just their take on a Floyd Rose. Instead of a normal whammy bar, they have this weird U-shaped trem bar, which allows you to kind of do cool like palm stuff with the trem that you can't normally do with a Floyd. I've never tried one, but I'm very, very intrigued.
Yeah, no,
that's super cool.
That's pretty cool. So there you go. These are the two new Korn signature guitars.
Love the inlay here in the 12th fret.
According to the...
That white and gold one is really nice. I know I made an entire video just talking about how much I dislike Evertunes, but that white and gold looks so clean. It reminds me of the Jake Bowen from Periphery signature, with the kind of like that carved top RGA thing with the white and gold hardware.
The little ticket, these are kind of live tour.
Yeah, that's
so
huge,
who isn't going to want a gold Satriani?
That is super cool, isn't it?
That look amazing.
So
oh my gosh, this does have a price on it, although this is a bit... Oh, I see, yeah.
I've never been a big fan of the Satch guitars. They look so like tiny and thin to me. I feel like I'm just gonna like snap it in half every time that I play one. That gold is real gold, I'll tell you that. I do appreciate the fact that it has a Sustainiac though. I feel like that's something that you don't really see in guitars that often.
For Steve, these are always beautiful. Get a close up on the pickups if you've not seen how they do the engraving.
I will say, even though I'm not a huge fan of Ibanez, I think Steve Vai has probably like my favorite signature guitars of all time. My girlfriend's dad is actually a guitar player and he has a Pia in white, and oh my god, it's probably like one of the nicest guitars that I've ever both looked at and played. It's crazy.
Engraving on the pickups.
And this is special.
The black and gold is so nice too.
Yeah, always.
Just those black and gold, sorry I keep pausing, but the gold screws there. Oh, just so clean.
Thick and
cool
juicy.
inlays, beautiful neck.
Oh, and this is a magnetic. Look.
You know, I've just realized, oh wow, that's cool, man.
Oh, that is so cool. That is so useful. I don't know why more guitar brands don't do that. That is so helpful. I keep the trem plate on my guitars always just removed because I cannot be bothered to screw it on and screw it off. And I feel like the normal trem plates that have the two screw holes there, they don't really give you enough room to kind of go in there and tweak the screws as much as you really need to. But that magnetic,
I just realized this one doesn't say new on it, so we could well be showing you something.
What are you doing? Because these are not new.
That's brand new.
Oh, it's not even new.
Not new. This.
I guess that already exists.
This is Bolt Gilbert.
That's cool, like almost like Les Paul custom vibes or something.
I love that.
So then we've got a Tim Henson.
These are not new either.
Tim.
I recently played a Tim Henson signature at Guitar Center, and I was not a fan, which is surprising because Polyphia is probably one of my favorite bands. My first cover on YouTube was a Polyphia cover, but I don't know. There's something about the neck profile that feels really off to me. I know it's a different neck profile than they normally use on the RGs. It's a little bit rounder and more strat-like, but I don't know. There's something like weird about it that I'm not necessarily a huge fan of.
We've got new kind of top of the range AZ, so this is prestige stuff, which will be a Japanese kind of stuff. Just a great color.
That is a fantastic color. I love that green, especially with the roasted maple neck. It really gives me like Tom Anderton vibes. especially with the 2-point trem and 24 frets. Really.
Green apple metallic.
I do like this trem system that they made. It's really, really nicely machined, that one.
You know what, Ibanez just makes some really
actually,
good guitar.
Really clean. Again, I did not like the neck profile of the Tim Henson, so I don't know if I would like that one. I'm not sure if the AZs and the Tim Henson and the Polyphia signatures are expect exactly the same, but
So HSS, but by the
These are the video we did. You can go and watch in the link
this is
below
good
as
news,
well.
right?
Yeah.
That's a
Because
pretty
yes,
color.
if you want to hear these guitars, then head on over to the video that went out on the Anderton's channel right at the beginning of January. And Tom Pankhurst was with us, and we did play these.
And I mean, honestly, look.
that one's a pretty color.
Is this another sub? Yeah, these are all like sub 500 pounds.
For that money to
These are all sub 500? That's crazy for the price.
get a guitar
That's a
and
lot.
look.
I didn't even know they
With-
made AZs in that price point. That's really, really cool.
It blows my mind still, Lee, every time you see these guitars that you can get
Yeah, I was fully convinced that those were at least
something
premium.
like this for that
The
price.
neck on that, it's
I
really
know.
pretty.
I know, it's like a flame in there.
Obviously,
Especially having like a roasted maple neck too at that price point. That's a very, very good value.
a much more affordable
Yeah,
trem
six-
system.
six-
I would say that's the
6.7.
only thing on this guitar that feels like it's not cheap, but look, gives away that it's maybe affordable.
All right, the 6-point trem system instead of a 2-point trem system is kind of an L. Because if it was even like a cheaper 2-point trem system, we could replace it with a Godot down the line, but having a 6-point there makes it a lot more of a pain in the butt.
Affordable is the trem system. Everything else though looks
But you know what you
mustard.
could do? You can go and get one of those Vega trims
Vega
and
trim.
stick that on there.
Holy
and then
moly,
you've
that's
got
an
a
idea. Sorry, I didn't mean to punch you in the
that.
ribs there,
In the
but yeah,
ribs
you're
there.
right. Artiste models here.
Fantastic player. He is one of those
yeah.
guys you just look at and think, you know.
We met.
I'm sorry, that is the most disgusting guitar that I've seen in my life. Oh my god. I'm not a headless guy in general, so that's not really a dig at whoever's signature that this is. Like, any guitar that's a headless, I'm probably gonna say it's the ugliest thing ever, but Jesus Christ. I really like black and gold, but trans black and gold, not great, especially with the natural wood on the back. It's just, it feels very, very busy.
Manuel at the Guitar Summit. I interviewed him. Very, very good player, good singer as well. I liked his band, but that's his guitar. This isn't new.
Oh, it's the guitar
This
that's
is,
been processed.
Came out, I think, last year. That's pretty cool.
I like the band. I don't like the guitar, I'm sorry.
That's not a segment because they make some incredible
that-
jazz guitars. Here you go, Josh.
Josh Smith,
Is that a new shape? I didn't know that Ibanez made tellies. I'm really not informed about Ibanez. I'm sorry. I should have done more research before going into this, but that's pretty cool.
obviously he's done a take on his, you know, he's always been associated with this sort of T-style guitar. He's done his Ibanez one.
I actually like that a lot more than the AZ, I think. It's kind of like more angular than a normal telly. I like that.
The flat
Is this the
five.
flat five? It is,
Yeah,
isn't it?
but this now has got a humbucker in it, so, you know, I love his guitars. They're really good.
Oh,
Yeah.
that control
Epic
scheme
player.
too is really, really cool. I love how it kind of curves and isn't just straight like a normal telly. I really, really like that. I kind of wish they made like a 24 fret version of
If
it.
you're not
epic
familiar with
player.
him, go check him out. And then Larry, what's going? Are we going to see black nail varnish now on Larry instead of the purple nail varnish?
No. Look, he's still got purple nail varnish.
Oh, I see. Okay,
See,
that is a.
Oh, that is so nice. Just a black and gold telly with the roasted maple neck. Oh my
Classy looking
God.
guitar,
Yeah.
and again, absolutely one of my favorite
Oh,
guitars.
that is so clean. I think this might actually be probably my favorite guitar that we've seen so far. Oh my
Players on the
god.
planet.
Yeah,
And
we
if
love
you-
her.
and with
See,
the
it's
gold
If you
incredible.
haven't seen the stuff that she did in
Oh, that is so nice. I kind of want that.
the studio, Vinnie Colorita,
Yeah,
and
yes.
she put together
That's
this
really, really
smoking
pretty.
band to do
Yeah.
some of her original stuff. It's well worth
Yeah.
looking. This sort of stuff came out. They were making guitars, but the RG, I think, put Ibanez on the
Alright.
map.
Yeah.
We're on to the RGs, the bread and butter.
so cool,
Things I'm
blue,
probably
Like an
the most
anodized
interested
blue,
in.
hardware,
low
yeah.
pro edge to match the Fishman in the blue as well.
Yeah.
Is that blue hardware?
Again, not crazy
Oh, what?
money.
I didn't even know they made blue Fishmans. Do they make blue Fishmans? Oh wait, I need to see if that's a thing that I could just buy right now, because I will buy a pair right now.
1 million, zillion, jillion, dillion, cotillion times later.
Alright, I cannot be bothered to try to find those, but that is so cool. If those are exclusive to the Ibanez, that's actually pretty
$100.
impressive.
Let's not forget the
And it's got the blue Floyd too. Oh my god. Oh, that is so cool. I take it back. I think that one might be my favorite one of the night. Even though I'm not a huge RG guy, that is, oh. The 80s shredder dude in me always just loves things that are crazy colored, and that is just so tastefully done too, with the black color scheme.
Lefties, yeah.
I remember a video Rabia and me did when these first came out with the
Speaking of
in this
violently
configuration, and with the reverse headstock. I absolutely love this guitar. I think it's such a great guitar to play, and I'm not this guy.
What,
I enjoyed it.
like Hot Rails?
This model with the this is a limited edition, but I think that's so cool, man.
Yeah.
I think that's a reissue, or not a reissue, but I know that they have their Genesis line where they kind of, I guess it is a reissue where they bring back a lot of their older, more iconic guitars. I had an RG 860 Genesis back in the day that was actually really, really nice. So these probably play really, really well as well.
That's classy.
That's super.
I tell you,
black
it's
guitar. There you go.
2025. It's, you know, year of the black guitar.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with
Look at that.
So much black and gold this year. I feel like at least one model for every single shape has had a black and gold model.
That is cool, isn't it?
Evertune. That's a piece. It's interesting.
That's another guitar that looks exactly like the Jake Bowen from Periphery signature.
I mean, this has been around for a long time now, but it seems like every year the guitar in.
I honestly appreciate how the Evertune in this one is black instead of gold, because it's a lot more understated, and I really, really like it. I feel like it contrasts very, very well with the gold pickups.
Industry sort of embraces it a bit more.
Yeah. Like tuners.
The gold logo too is also very Jake Bowen.
What else we got here? Iron label, none more black. So you get no inlay. It's just it's black. Totally agree.
Absolutely.
I know that they had like the iron label stuff before, but this kind of reminds me of a lot of the LTD black metal series. So I guess they kind of made this compete with that.
Pedals are not new.
No,
I don't think.
No new pedals. But
All right, I am not a pedal guy at all. I play a Helix, so
thickness of that guitar, which makes it so light.
Yeah.
You got some fan fret on here.
I can't stand the Ibanez S series. I'm sorry. I don't like it for the same reason that I don't like the Satch signatures. They're just way too thin. They just feel like, I don't know, they don't feel real in my hands. I feel like I'm playing air.
Yeah, compensated.
So that's a new one. That's
Yeah.
under $1,000.
Oh, that color is weird.
You know what? We had that in January.
Did we?
I'm absolutely sure
Yeah.
that's in the Tom Pankhurst video.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I would have liked it more if it was just black and gold and not that weird blue.
To this.
Q series.
These are not new?
No, they're not new.
So
Although
let's-
that, I must admit, that colour is cool, isn't it?
It is.
I quite like the silver with the silver and the silver.
Their headless shape is so weird. I can at least get behind Strandberg's because the Strandberg shape is super duper ergonomic and really, really comfortable to play in like every single position. But this just feels like they took an Ibanez S series and just chopped off the head and chopped off the bottom half of it and then called it a day. Anything else guitar-wise? Headless basses, basses, basses. All right, now let's go to their homepage and kind of dive more into the nitty-gritty of these guitars. First things first, let's look at this black and gold Telly. I think I like that color more. What? I vaguely remember seeing this before in the past. I don't think this one's new, but the black one. Oh, that is really pretty. I've been wanting a Telly, and this is kind of... I mean, it's not really a Telly. It's basically just a Strat in the Telly's body, but I don't know who this person is. Oval S. Go to locking tuners. All right, we're at the pickups now. Let's see what they're kind of voiced to sound like. It's a mix of an Alnico 5 and Alnico 4. Interesting. While the middle is a mix of an Alnico 5 and Alnico 2. Okay. I can get behind that. And the Godot trem. Not my favorite 2-point trem. I'd say that title has to probably go to the Ernie Ball Music Man tremolos. But after that and the hip shot contour, this is a easy third place. Solid bronze medal there, Goto. All right, what else do we got here? Oh, here are the two Korn signatures. Let's see what we got. DiMarzio Blaze. You know, let me not spill my water. You know, even though they've been using the DiMarzio Blaze pickups for what feels like an eternity, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I feel like they sound fantastic in Korn, and I feel like every single time that I've tried this pickup, it's always been satisfying. I'm not necessarily a fan of DiMarzio pickups in general, but I feel like these are probably up there in terms of ones that I like. Maple walnut neck. Got the low edge pro tremolo here. Weird that they don't mention the fact that it has that weird U-bar. I thought that they would kind of put more focus on that because I feel like that's the most unique part of this guitar. Overall, very clean though. It gives me black metal, the LTD black metal vibe, like I was talking about before with those iron labels. Wait. I could have sworn... Did he leave ESP and go back to Ibanez? Because that would be really funny.
1 billion, zillion, jillion, dillion, cotillion times later.
I guess he did leave ESP and go back to Ibanez. That's crazy. I feel like he just left Ibanez for ESP like a year or two ago. What is this? Kind of offended as an ESP purist, but it is what it is. They have a lot of history. I can't tell if it's like black or natural wood. The back is natural wood, but the binding I can't really tell. Interesting that he left Fishman as well. He's going back to his DiMarzio Blaze pickups. All right. Oh, 7-string Tim Henson. Hello there. Oh, that looks so pretty. I wish that I liked the way that these guitars felt more in my hands, because I would be all over them. I just really, really dislike the neck profile on these things. I cannot tell you why. Nothing else that's really catching my eye. These AZs are pretty cool though. The fact that all of these are kind of sub $500 is really, really nice. It's so crazy. I feel like we have such great value guitars for starters nowadays. I remember when I was starting out, we had like no options whatsoever. It was basically, you had like an Ibanez Geo, and then from there it was like, okay, you're gonna get like your Schecter Hellraiser or your LTD or your Ibanez Iron Label, and then you're off to the races. It's like picking a starter Pokemon. You pick one of those 3 brands and then you're off. No, I feel like nowadays people have so many options, even like new brands like Harley Benton coming out of the woodwork, and so many specs coming down as well, like these tops, roasted maple necks. I feel like none of these things you'd see in cheaper guitars even 5 years ago. Now we're seeing them like pop up everywhere. I want to look at this. This is the coolest thing I think of the night. Oh, the blue Fishman's is so cool, and that blue trem. And that color too, I thought it was black, but I guess it's more metallic, kind of blue or gray colorway. Oh, it has no fret markers too. I think this honestly might be my favorite guitar that we've seen tonight so far. Fishman Moderns, Edge Zero. I think that normal Floyd Rose bridges I prefer the feel of, but I could take an Ibanez one, as long as I could do my whammy bar wheedly stuff. And lumen lays. I enjoy that that's becoming more of a standard as well. All right, that seems to be all of their guitars. Overall, I have kind of mixed opinions about this. Like I said at the beginning of this video, I am generally not a fan of Ibanez guitars, so I was already coming into this with low expectations. And generally, there weren't a lot of guitars that I found interest in. But there were a few guitars that I actually really, really liked, like that blue RG with the blue pickups, as well as that black and gold Telly-like guitar. But other than that, there wasn't really a whole lot to get excited over, at least in my opinion. Seeing Korn back with Ibanez is probably the most shocking thing to me. I didn't even know that was a thing. But overall, nothing super duper crazy that really surprised me outside of the painted blue pickups. It was really, really cool to see so many black and gold guitars. I think it's a very, very classy colorway, and to see it on so many models, basically every single shape that I saw had some sort of black and gold model. Seeing that be an option is really, really nice to see. I hope to put a black and gold guitar in my arsenal sometime this year. Maybe that'll be an Ibanez. Who knows? But yeah, that'll be all for me for this video. I hope you guys had as much fun as I did reacting to the Ibanez 2025 lineup. Let me know what you guys thought about it down below in the comment section. Were you disappointed? Were you hyped for it? Were you somewhere in between? Feel free to let me know. If you want to see more content like this in the future, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. But with that, that is all, and I'm signing off for now. Peace.